our file from the other day. I'm back into that Amazon Web Service. I've launched into the Photoshop Elements. I'm going to go to Expert Mode. And I'm going to go to File and Open. And I got to search again this PC, that small little arrow over here, to get back to my Google Drive. It's going to be in my drive. And mine happens to be in my e-learning folder. Open that folder up. And mine is called BoxREdesing. There it is. Hit open. I'm going to go to full screen mode here in a minute. Go to full screen mode. Now I can see everything. I left my guidelines on for now. This bottom screen down here, if I don't want it, I can, of course, hide that. And I can go to View, Fit to Screen. I'm going to turn my guidelines off. So I'm going to go to View and uncheck my guides. Here is my box for my redesign. Again, I'm going to have this be I think this is the back. This would be the bottom. This is the front. This is the top. There it is. Back, bottom, front, top. That's my layout. All right. You pick your own layout. That's mine. And this is a lot like the frame used for the 16 squares, in which I can fill these little boxes in as frames. Or like on SpongeBob, for instance. Maybe I wanted to paint these boxes a color. I could go to my paint bucket tool. Pick a color I want to use. I'm thinking more of a chocolate flavor or chocolate candy. Instead of this used to be a box of butter. I want it to be like a stick of butter shaped chocolate. So I might want to have maybe a color. I'll pick this kind of a green for now, just to show you, for example. I can pour paint in these individual squares and they fill. Okay. If I don't want to do that, I can, of course, go with the Edit Undo. If I want to do a multiple paint, maybe a gradient, I could do that gradient tool. It's right here. This color is the one that I already have because it goes green to white. I could pick more colors, some preset ones under defaults, under color harmonies. Maybe some, what does simple give me? So maybe like a nice, I don't know, a big one, special effects. I'll just pick one, then we can show you spectrums. Okay, I'll pick this one here, for example. I can, of course, click and drag and paint the entire screen gradient. Why does it do that? Same thing did that for SpongeBob. You must select the zones. How? If you magic wand, you pick this square. Why didn't I pick it? It's picking small little specks. Let's figure out why. I know why. Undo both those picks. Edit undo. Because the magic wand is not in magic wand mode. It is in quick selection mode. Here's magic wand mode. Pick that one. Now let's try it. I picked the whole square. I picked two squares. Uh-oh. Why did I unpick? Hold shift. So plus sign up here. I can now add more picks. Pick that square, and that square, and that square. But all four squares to be gradiented. Pick all four. Gradient tool. I can click, drag, unclick, and fill all four of those. So now that my box is all cohesive. Okay? Undo that. How do you unpick things? It's under Edit or File. Edit File. It's deselect. Oh, select. Deselect. See that? They're still picked. Select, deselect, and now they're gone. Text is the exact same way you use it in the other program. Hit the text tool. Difference here is I gotta make a text box. I click and drag the little box up here. I'm creating a little text box or text window to type it. Right now I have this text, this size, this color, this layout. So if I wanted to say, you know, food, I could of course highlight this whole thing and change my font if I wanted to. You kind of watch in the background over here, as you move your cursor to pick different choices, it'll give you a thumbnail. So I'll pick a font. I'll just pick one just for the video's sake. Okay. Here we can mix up the font. I want just this one to be not that font, but to be that font. I want to have this one maybe be bold-faced and maybe have like that font. So you can change the font around. When you're happy, push the yes button to accept that. Okay. How do you make those neat little effects happen to your text? I'm going to guess it's under the effects. Oh, I know where it is. Sorry. Hold on. Layers. I apologize. Layers. The layers is a lot like you use for the other program. Here is my text layer. It says food. Here's my background layer. Think of it like layers on, say, a cake. You can't quite see the cake itself because it's covered in icing. Icing the top most visible layer. If you scrape it away, you see the cake. Up here too. It's the top most visible. This is below it. Right? So if I change the order of things, things will be hidden. I can add more and more layers and stack things together. Let me try this thing here called styles. What does styles give me? There it is. Okay. So right now, I'm on this layer. I picked styles. I can give my text a bevel, a drop shadow, maybe give it more of a higher shadow. See it appear there? How to change the color of the shadows? It might be under show style settings. Right now here I have this black colored shadow. Maybe I want a yellow colored shadow. And there it is. Okay. So same thing as you did the other program. Difference is it's got to dig a little bit in different spots is all. But know that the layers gets you to seeing the individual items. The effects are like the 16 squares effects. Right now it says faded photos. You can do all the things here as far as adding pictures. You can add different effects to them. So see, bring your image in. You want to make an adjustment to it. Use the effects. If you want to do anything as far as filters go, they're here too. As far as, remember the 16 squares, we did a lot of stuff here too. With this, here's the one called artistic filters. Maybe some rendering filters. So they're all here. Okay. Styles gets you into those effects. And if you go up here to show, you'll see them. So maybe you want to add a nice, one we didn't do before. Do they have it here or not? Let's look. They do. Okay. See my text up here? I want to give my text like an outline. It's called a stroke. And see here, it's going to wrap around the text with different colors. What if I went to show layer styles? And I want to go to this drop shadows. I don't want that one. Here it is, this one, the stroke. Right now it's a black colored outside of my text, but my text is black. The outline is black. Can you see it? No. I'm gonna go to a red outline so you can see it. Okay. Right now it's only 1 pixel big. Let's go bigger. See it now? See it there? So we can layer our text. All right. Maybe you want to have a 2-tone color to your text. Here we go. Okay. Now the fun part, I can okay this, accept that color red, right? And I might be able to, okay, you can. Right now, think of it like an art project, like on a clay. the clay is still wet. You can still change the shape. You gotta get it to be, fired or like rock solid. So now it's gonna be a solid piece. So to make this here rock solid, if I right click, pick the one called simplify layer, it should bring it down to an image, no longer text editable. And if they don't have it here, never mind that. Okay, what's this here? Oh, I was hoping you can layer a layer, but maybe you can't. No worries. Undo that. Keep it text. All right. So again, here's a quick look at your layout of your box redesign. Again, layers get to you the items over here. I would suggest once you get your logo set, use it everywhere. How? Right click, duplicate. It's gonna be called, why is it called food copy? Because this is called food. This is the copy of food. Say okay to it. Can you see it? Where is it? It's right here. Here's a copy. But where's it at? They're stacked. I can drag one down. So you can have the same logo on all the panels. All right. You want more, make more copies. That's kind of a quick look at your candy box or your box redesign. Take some time. I just get one panel done a day. Work through the panels, and we'll see what happens on this next lesson.